Hello everyone. Today we are going to start assembly and disassembly drawings. So first of all, let's see what is the meaning of assembly and what is the meaning of disassembly. Assembled view, assembly drawing, and disassembled view, disassembly drawings. So I have a pen with me. So I will try to explain you using this pen. So these are different parts of this pen or assembly. So this is first part, cap, second part, third part, refill, and fourth part, base, or you can say body, or lower part or body. So to draw disassembled view means to draw orthographic views of these four elements separately as per instruction. As per instruction means to draw front view of first part, say cap. So to draw front view of cap, front view, top view and side view, and front view upper half in section, front view lower half in section, front view left half in section, front view right half in section, or front view full in section. Similarly for second part, to draw front view, top view and side view, or sectional views for third part and for fourth part. So this is the first type of question which we can expect in this part, assembly and disassembly drawing. And second is to draw assembled view. So this is assembled view. So for a pen, to draw front view upper half in section, front view lower half in section, front view left half in section, front view right half in section, or front view full in section, then it's top view and it's side view. So these are two possibilities. And other than that, for given isometric or pictorial view, to draw front view, top view and side view in section as per instruction. For assembly drawings, or assembled front view, assembled top view, assembled side view, or from given pictorial or isometric view, to draw disassembled front view, disassembled top view, disassembled side view for this assembly. Also from disassembled pictorial view. So first is from assembled pictorial view to draw assembly and disassembly in orthographic projection, right? Other is from given disassembled pictorial view. So disassembled pictorial view means 3D or isometric view of first part, isometric view of second part, isometric view of third part, and isometric view of fourth part will be given to you in pictorial isometrically 3D, and you are required to draw its assembled front view, assembled front view, assembled top view, assembled side view. So answer statement in orthographic projection and problem statement in isometric projection or pictorial view. So these are all possibilities which we can expect in this chapter or in this part. Now for assembly and disassembly drawings, we have total 6 topics: bearing, 2 types of bearings, then rod joints, 2 types of rod joints, then pipe joints, and turnbuckle. So today we are going to start first topic of assembly and disassembly drawing, that is bearings, under bearings, bush bearing. So let's see first problem of bushed bearing. Problem statement: the isometric view of a bush bearing is shown below. Draw the following views to scale 1:1. First, sectional front view showing right half in section. Second, top view. Print title and scale used. Give 8 important dimensions. So our task is to draw sectional front view showing right half in section. So front view, right half in section. Then top view of assembly or assembled view of bush bearing, and we have to maintain scale or ratio as 1:1. And then we have to print title and we have to write scale used and important dimensions. So first of all, I'll try to explain about this bearing. So this is a typical bush bearing. Just assume that this bush bearing is the bearing of that figure. So this part is body, second part this is bush, and this is oil hole which is there in the middle, top middle somewhere here, and we have 2 holes for bolt. So these holes are called bolt hole, and then last leg cavity. So in this bearing we have 2 leg cavities, and in that bearing or that problem figure only one rectangular central cavity is there. So this is the bearing, and we are required to draw its front view, right half in section, this part in section as per figure, and then its top view. Now let's try to match all dimensions for this bearing. So first is length of the bearing, or length of the base or foundation of the bearing. This is 200, and this is 70. Width of the base is 70. Then this point, center of this bush or center of this circle is the center. So from center, the radius or inner dia of the bush is 40, so radius is 20. Then outer dia of bush, here the radius is given to us are 30, so dia is 13 to 260, and outer dia of the body, cylindrical part, for this cylindrical part are 40, so the dia is 80. Now total width of upper cylindrical part of this part is 90, yes, is 90, and from the center or vertical axis, distance of bolt hole or center of the bolt hole is 65. Then we have 2 bolt holes on both the sides. So for bolt hole, given size or dimension is 20 cross 12. So this is 20 and this is 12, and these bolt holes are elliptical, or we can say rectangular hole. So rectangular or elliptical hole of size 20 cross 12. And then for cavity, right? So for bolt cavity, this distance is 15, and from the front that distance is 10. So in the given problem figure, the central base cavity is in the form of a rectangle, for which from last end, from extreme right and from extreme left end, the distance is 15, and from front and rear end the distance is 10, and height, cavity height, this height is equals to 5, yes, 5 mm. And last, center to base is 55. So these are all dimensions. And then for oil hole, in place of eccentric oil hole, we have central oil hole in the given problem statement. Oil hole dia 8, CSK 3, 90. So for this view, for this pictorial view of bush bearing, we are required to draw front view, right half in section, and then top view for assembly. So first of all, what to do? So for the given statement, first of all draw XY line or reference line, or XY parallel to bottom base edge of your sheet or parallel to upper base. Then from center, or just assume that this is my center or vertical center or axis of symmetry, draw vertical axis like this for both front view and top view. Right, so this is my reference line, and this space is for front view and this space is for top view. Now first of all, what to do? In these problems we have 2 methods or 2 choices or 2 options. First of all, we can draw front view, complete front view and complete top view with light pencil, and then as per instruction means for right half in section, for left half in section, after observing that assembly or given view, we can rectify things and then we can mark, or we can use dark pencil for final work. Or second is, we can directly draw final front view. Final front view means front view right half in section or left half in section. As per instruction, we can directly draw front view, top view and side view. So I think better is to draw front view without section using light pencil first, then we'll decide which are the visible edges and which are dark visible lines to show. So in this problem we are starting from center point. This is the center point, center of that bearing. Now from the center, total length is 200 on left side and 200 on right side, and I am going to use light pencil 2H pencil. Initially we are using 2H pencil. So from the center, from this point, mark 100 mm, 100 mm and 100 mm. So 100 on left side, 100 on right side, right. And then the height of the base is 20. So from this point, vertically 20 up, vertically 20 up, and draw line parallel to XY. So this is my base of the bearing. Now after base, from this point we'll mark its center, and the distance of the center from the base is 55. So from this point along central axis, mark point, center point at 55. Now from the center we have 3 circles. First circle of radius 20, dia is 40, so radius 20, and before that axis from the center. So from this point, first circle of dia 40 or radius 20, then second circle of radius 30, outer diameter of bush is 60, so radius is 30. So from the center 30 and 30, and then third circle of dia is 80, R40 means dia 80. So second circle of radius 30 and third circle of dia 80 or radius 40. So please draw 3 concentric circles. First of radius 20, second of radius 30, third of radius 40. Now after doing this, from this point draw vertical line up to the base. Again from this point draw vertical line up to the base. Now next is center of the bolt hole, So from vertical axis or from this central axis, the distance, given distance is 65. So from this point or say from this point mark 65 mm and draw central axis. Again from this point mark 65 and draw axis or central axis of the bolt hole. Now next is cavity. So we have a central rectangular cavity of size total minus 15 for front view, minus 15. So what to do? From this point mark 15, 5 up, because eccentricity or cavity height is 5. Yes. Again from this point 15, yes, 15 and 5 up, and draw a line joining these 2 points, right. Next is bolt hole. So from the front the length of the bolt hole is 20. So from the center 10. So 10 on left side, 10 on right side. Similarly, now it's 10. So from this axis 10. Actually this is approximate construction. So as per problem statement, I think this is the better position of axis. I am modifying it because in my case I don't have second choice, but in your case please use scale and take correct dimension and measurement for construction. Okay, better. So bolt hole from the center, 10 plus 10 total is 20. From the center, 10 plus 10 total is 20. Now next element, oil hole. Oil hole on the body, on the upper part, upper cylindrical part. So from this point, the given values are 3, 8 and 90. Oil hole, dia 8. So central dia of size 8, then CSK 390. 390 means from this point vertically 3 up to this point we have a frustum of conical like structure, CSK countersunk, and then after this point straight dia. So diameter is 80, so 4 and 4 total is 8. So from the central vertical axis, from this point 4 left, 4 right, and extend it up to the bush. Then angle, CSK angle is 90, so total is 90, half is 45. So from this point draw a line at an angle of 45 and 45. So from vertical axis 45 left, 45 right. Okay, so oil hole, bolt hole, central cavity, right. So this is approximate or half, or you can say rough construction work for the front view of this bearing. Now the problem statement says that draw right half in section. Right half in section means in this bearing, right half means this part. Okay, so the removed portion of this bearing is front right corner, this corner. So after removing this part, the complete circular or cylindrical part of the bearing becomes first quarter circular and then straight. First quarter circular, then straight, and this part, in this part we are required to hatch because sectioning is on right side. So now using dark pencil, starting from this point, this is first dark visible upper cylindrical part, then this part is also visible, so use dark pencil and draw this part. Now for bush and for oil hole, this is dark visible and this is also dark visible. Now we are trying to draw its right half in section, front view right half in section. So this part is visible, yes, this is a visible part, this is also visible. Use dark pencil, left side and right side, yes, left and right, yes. Okay, so after this point, the front portion of the body, cylindrical part of the body is removed. So the remaining portion will be this, and from this point, okay, so before this, let me show you how to draw fillet. So in this corner, in this corner, and then in this corner we have fillet of radius 10. See, R10. R10 means fillet of radius 10. So how to make fillets? From this point, R is 10, so vertically 10, horizontally 10. Then from these 2 points draw lines parallel to or perpendicular to these 2 base sides. So from this point, parallel to this and perpendicular to this. From this point, parallel to this side and perpendicular to this, you'll get this center for R10. Then using this center, this is center, 10 is radius, fillet. Similarly, repeat this process here also. So from this point, 10 parallel, this is the center, and from the center, so up to this point straight vertical, and then this point as center, this much as radius, turn it, fillet of radius 10. Then on these 2 extreme corners, fillet radius is 5. So what to do? Again from this corner, 5, this is the center. From this point, 5, this is the center. So for fillet radius 5, draw fillet like this. Now for right half in section, cavity is to be shown like this up to central vertical axis, and then these extreme edges of bolt hole are also visible, but in left half, upper part is visible with fillet radius, so like this. Lower edge is also visible for left part, but this part is hidden, this is also hidden. And for right half, with section rear bottom base edge of the bearing is visible, so both are dark visible. Here these are light lines, these light lines are hidden lines, actually these are hidden lines. So hidden line, right half in section, so right half dark visible, left half hidden. Now as per CBSE, we don't have to show all hidden lines, all these hidden lines are to be ignored. So please don't draw hidden lines or don't show them, just ignore them as per CBSE. Now I'll request you to please go through your question paper. As per question paper, show hidden lines or just ignore them. So please go through instructions of your question paper for these hidden lines. In this problem, we are ignoring hidden lines, so we don't have to show these hidden lines. Now right half in section means for the right half we have to show hatching lines. So these are hidden lines, these are also hidden lines. So yes, so for hatching, again for hatching use light pencil. So for hatching, so first is bush, and then for body, draw lines parallel to each other, separated by 2 mm or 1 mm. So this is the complete front view, right half in section with hatching. And yes, now for its top view, what to do? So first of all, for top view, Please project each and every line or limit or corner of the front view below XY line. So for top view, draw lines from corners of the front view like this. So project them, just project them. Right, so project them below XY line, perpendicular to XY line for top view, at least for the central width is 70 for the base and width of the cylindrical part is 90. So after XY, at least up to 120 or 130. Now marks its center of the base or center of the rectangular part. So the distance of the center is around 90 by 245. So from the last edge 45 and after suitable gap means around 55 or 60. So from this point at least 60 we should mark. So this is the point 60. From this point at least 60 or 65. Now from this point draw its axis parallel to XY. Right, now from the central axis of the bearing, this is the axis. Now we have to project its top view. So for this bearing, from the front view, from the front, right half inch section done. Now top view means you are observing from this side, so this will be the view, approximate view. Now in this case the width is very less, but there the width is 90. Then bolt and rectangular base. So from the top means from the top, first of all draw this part, rectangular base of the bearing, then we have to draw this part, and then we'll show its bolt hole and then cavity and oil hole. So from the axis width, total width of the base is 70. So from this point 35 up and 35 down, totally 70. Now draw line parallel to XY, or just mark 35 here, 35 here. Right, and I am extending these projection line or projectors for construction work. Right, so this is the rectangular base of the bearing. Now upper part, this part, cylindrical part of the bearing. Size is how much is size? Okay, so these are end projectors. Up to these projectors for 90, half of 90 45, half of 90 45. So from this point again, half of 90 45, half of 90 45. Similarly here, half of 45, half of 45. Right, and then we have bolt holes. So this is the center of bolt hole, and from this center the size of the bolt hole is of order 12 by 20. So approximately I am doing it here. Size 12 by 20 means this is 20 and this is 12. Now in each and every bolt hole, first of all calculate linear or straight length of the bolt. So 20 minus 12 is 8. It means central, from the central axis, central part of length 8 are straight. Now 20 minus 12 is 8, so remaining 12, 6 and 6. So for right part, this is 6, this is also 6, this is also 6. For left part, 6, 6, 6. It means left part is a semicircle of radius 6, right part is also a semicircle of radius 6, and central part straight of 8. So 8 plus 6 plus 6, 20, 6 plus 6, 12. So 20 by 12 means elliptical, approximately elliptical or rectangular hole like this. So here we know that this part is dark visible, so we can start from this point. So first of all, along this line we have two limits, extreme limits for 20. So mark 6 up, 6 down, 6 up, 6 down, like this. And then from the center total is 8. So from the central point, 4, 4. This point is the first center for left part, this point is the second center for right part. So along central line at 4. Now from this center, 6 as radius, semicircle up to this point, again from this point, this as center, this much, 6 as radius, semicircle, then remaining part straight. Now repeat this process for second bolt hole. This is the central point, 4, and on the extreme projector, 6. This is the helping rectangle, right? From first center, 6 as radius, right half, and from the second center, left half, semicircular, and straight, right. Then we know that from the top upper cylindrical part is completely visible. So for upper part, use dark pencil directly. So for the construction of upper part, directly we can use dark pencil, right? And for remaining part of the base, again dark pencil can be used now. And for remaining part, this is hidden, but in the top view we are not showing sectional views, so hidden lines can be shown. So in top view, show all hidden lines. Now we have to show internal hidden lines for the bush also. So throughout means from the extreme front to extreme rear edge. So these are limits. Draw hidden lines for bush, external dia of bush, and for internal dia of bush. Dark and hidden. Right. And then base cavity or leg cavity. So here we have two rectangles, but in this case we have a single rectangular cavity, 15 from left, 15 from right, 10, 10. So these are limits. So from this point 10, from this point 10, fully hidden, extend it, extend it up to the projector, right? And yes, last is oil hole. So for oil hole we have dia 8 and this is the second dia. Now for dia 8 and for second dia, again we have to catch these limits. So project limits of oil hole like this. And please use light pencil, 2H or 3H for this projection line. Now we have 4 limits: first, second, third, fourth. This is outer limit for outer part. So draw a circle of this diameter. Then second circle of dia 8 or touching these two lines, just draw circle. And this point, central point, is the center. Now this is the complete view, complete top view. Next, please do proper dimensioning and please show every dimension. Every dimension means all. So starting from bush, dia of bush, internal dia, external dia of bush, then then third is dia of cylindrical part of the body. So dia 40, no, dia is 60. Okay, for this dia is 40. Here the dia is, how much is dia? Dia is 60, or we can say R30 because the radius is given to us, so better to write R30, and for last R40. Okay, then height. So for height 20, and height of the cavity, okay, if it is possible then show it like this, otherwise write 5 and 20 like this. Then we have height of its center 50, let me check, it is 55. So 55. Then we have full length, total length of this bearing base 200, total is 200, so we can show 200 200. Then we have distance of the center of the bolt hole from the center of the bearing 65 and 65. Then our radius of the fillet, so where to show? Yes, and this is also fillet of radius R. Here it is 10, I think, yes, and fillet radius is 5 here. Now in top view 70 70 70 10 and this is 90, 15, 10, 10, 90. And for oil hole, so for oil hole I have to show the angle 90 degrees. Height of countersunk and dia. This is 3 and the dia is so how to show dia? We can show dia here also, and we can write 93 and dia in a line. So okay, so dia 8. Next is bolt hole. So for bolt hole of dia 20, 2 of right 2 of 20 cross 12. Bolt holes 2 of 20 cross 12. And also this is 15, so I have to show 15 also here. The distance is 15. And last but very important, please mark these two centers. So draw lines parallel to vertical axis or perpendicular to xy and show them, because these are centers of rotation. Similarly on the right side, extend them up to front view and show them. These are centers of rotation for bolt hole. Okay, and after all, show symbol of section like this, A and here. Okay, so right half in section A, you can write A, and if you want you can show this corner that this is the removed portion, this portion is the removed portion for sectioning, right? And then show symbol of projection, write headings. So symbol of projection, symbol of first angle projection method, and scale used. So scale used, I am writing some, okay, so heading first, front view, right half in section, yes, front view, right half in section. Then for top view, right top view, where to write? Yes, I can write here, top view, and overall heading pushed bearing or assembly or assembled view of pushed bearing. So I am writing pushed bearing, only pushed bearing, because I don't have enough space. So assembly of pushed bearing, assembled view of pushed bearing, or simply pushed bearing. Okay, then scale used and symbol. So scale used is 1:1, so write scale 1:1, and last symbol of first angle projection. So okay, draw two concentric circles of dia 10 and 20, or any dia you can use. So it's a frustum of cone. So this is all in assembled view of pushed bearing. Front view, right half inch section, top view. Please start with front view, draw base, then center, then bush, then outer part of the bearing, upper part of the bearing, cylindrical part of the bearing. Then finish your work, hatch properly, project its top view, do proper dimensioning, and for labeling or for naming, just below its front view, after front view, somewhere here, write first heading front view right half inch section, then top view, then heading of top view, and then after heading of top view, scale symbol, projection symbol, and then overall heading. I don't have enough space here, so somehow I managed, but below front view, heading of front view, below top view, heading of top view, then scale and symbol, and then overall heading, bush bearing, assembling, or sorry, assembled view of bush bearing or assembly of bushed bearing. So this is all from my side. Now if you have any doubt, any problem in this question or in any of the question of engineering graphics or machine drawing, please write your comments in the comment box. Thank you.